The 7th Annual Gentlemen's Ball will be held Saturday, October 6, 2018 at the Marriott Marquis in Atlanta, hosted by Terrell Carter and Tammy P. Nessa Girl, the black carpet will be hosted by none other than the doll herself, Miss Funky Dineva Ross, with a nasty live performance by the Southern Hummingbird herself, Miss Tweet. Get your tickets at thegentleman'sfoundation.org.
Nessa Girl, best believe I'm going to slide through. Pull your panty to the side, let you slide through. Hey, I'm in and out the pussy, drive through. Hey, Nessa Girl, pull your panty to the side, let me slide through. Yes, God, honey. Issa and damn Nathan got the damn Coachella Ferris wheel smelling like barnyard animal. Yeah, ooh, Issa Girl, you nasty. Pull your panty to the side, let it slide through. Yes, God, honey, quiet as a scalp. That Ferris wheel scene could have and should have been a advertisement for a Trojan commercial, because yeah, it was missing, Miss Issa. So I hope on the next episode your ass be going down to the clinic trying to get you some pills in the shot for that chlamydia gonorrhea that you might or might not have for pulling your panties to the side, let them slide through on a Ferris wheel. Issa, you is nasty, bitch. Nasty, put some clothes on, why don't you? Nessa Girl, did you get into this episode of Insecure from Sunday? I know I'm late, but whatever, I'm here. This was the episode we were waiting for, okay? Now that we've gotten a good episode, let me be totally honest. Insecure started out slow as fuck this season, okay? I mean, so motherfucking slow that I was in my phone half the time. But this episode right here, nigga, this shit was funny as all hell, and I'm in love with a stripper. Pull your panties to let me stop. This is all God. These two fingers. At any rate, Issa done left Meals on Wheels and she is driving Lyft full time. Yes, God, honey, that boy had done threw up down to her car. Old lady had done talked her to death. And then, bitch, the old neighbor had got into the back of her Lyft. Didn't I tell y'all I missed the old neighbor? Just that little flashback we had of him was all I needed to satisfy my curiosity. I love that. Then the episode rolls out with Issa dropping Molly clothes off down to the law firm. Now, is it me? Or if you're going to go down to your friend's professional job but they pay their bills, you can at least put a jacket on and cover up your midriff. I mean, Issa is just walking all up and through these people's office looking like she getting ready to go to the county fair. And the thing about it, Molly, is I understand that she was dropping the clothes off or whatever and running a couple of errands and but you need to tell your friends the next time they come down to your job, can they be dressed professionally while you still on probation? Okay! That was a little odd to me. Now, Molly, I'm gonna have to give your ass a whole lot this episode because officially and effective this episode, I no longer like Molly. Molly, that whole desire you have to be a star, that shit is so unattractive. It has put me off completely from Molly. Here it is. You already ditched your potential lady friends at the office to work with the Morehouse brother. Then, okay, you're on the case. You guys are looking good in front of the partners. They say, good job, guys. Instead of you taking the good job and carrying your ass to Coachella with your homegirls and celebrating a small victory, you want to be super saver and miss, look at me, I can do it. And I get it. We all want to do good down to our job so we can get a promotion so we can stay down to the bar where the rich cars be and find out forever. But honey, you got to grow to that, Molly. You got to grow slow. You know what I'm saying? Slow down. You're moving way too fast. You're only 16. That's the one time they let Latavia Robinson sing on Destiny Child first CD, Sweet 16. Couldn't tell a Jackie nothing. 16 thought she knew it all. Shouts out to Latavia Robinson and her voice that we'll never hear again. Nevertheless, the people said have the briefing by the weekend, by Monday morning, whatever the case may be. You know, Tory, whatever his name is, he said he gonna do it. They adjourned the meeting. Here you go. I can do it. And the partners are like, well, shit. At the end of the day, they didn't give a damn who got it done. And Torian was like, well, shit, bitch. I wanted to hang out with the fellas this weekend anyway. Or better yet, I wanted to go to Coachella. There you go. You can have it. And so now you about to switch out on your homegirls and cancel the damn trip, doing some extra damn work, trying to turn it in a day or two earlier, and you still had until Monday. You extra as fuck, and I hope you get fired. Maybe your ass can go down there and do some legal services for Meals on Wheels with they racist after school activity as Issa done freed up $17,000 worth of budget money. Go consult with them, because you know that's all they was paying Issa with $17,000 down there. At any rate, so, you know, the girls come pick Issa up. The girls come pick Issa up. She like, well, Molly down to the job house, just scratching and surviving. She's struggling. They get home to FaceTime. They was like, girl, get to the Coachella. That's right, because ain't no telling when the next time Beyonce gonna be here, so you want to get to the Coachella. Molly decides she gonna come. They drive to the Airbnb. Child, Tiffany good and pregnant. She need to lay down. And Kelly is my girl. She good and high. I was like, that's a girl. Why is she talking so slow? Kelly was like, well, listen, I had timed this shit just in time for us to go down to Coachella. From the looks of things, we ain't making it on time. Now I'm high. I loved every minute of it. From that moment on, I knew that this was going to be a really funny episode. What was even funnier is that Tiffany was like, I'm gonna take a nap. Issa was like, I'm gonna go get refreshed. Kelly was like, I'm on an edible. Next thing you know, the sun down, Molly showing up and everybody in the house sleep, which was great because I didn't want Molly to get fired from her little piece of job that she trying so hard to climb the ranks at. So she was able to sit down there and type her term paper, do whatever it is the hell she had to do, and then they could get it going the next day. Lord, the next day roll around and Issa Rae pull a Tanisha Thomas off a Bad Girls Club when she come through there slamming and clanking them goddamn pastry pans. That shit was funny as hell. So the girls get dressed, they get ready to hit the streets. I know that they about to have an adventure, and here come Issa, do what people do. Change all our plans for your dick. You know what I'm saying? Don't you hate when your friends do that? They try to get you to go somewhere, change the plans, and disguise it as something that's great for all of us, but they really got some damn other motive, and it was for her to see Nathan. But we ain't mad though, and we are actually kind of glad that Nathan was there with no shirt on or whatever. I mean, it was cool. Now, in a perfect world, his friends would have been a little more attractive, but they was cool and they had all the drugs, so we here for it. Speaking of, Issa, is we really getting on TV doing drugs now? Is that what we doing? Like I ain't judging. Now, you know, listen. Y'all know me. Y'all know my story. I done did my fair share of party drugs, okay? But I did mine in the bathroom and in private. Issa, is that what your friends and you really do? Y'all go down to the pool parties and shit in the desert and pop mollies out in the open? I ain't never been a Molly type of girl. I always tell the people, say no to drugs, but if you're gonna do them, do the ones that's more on the natural side. The ones that have a base and something that grow out the ground and not grow out of lab. That's just my FYI, you know, consumer alert to folks that's gonna participate in party drugs. But Issa, I feel a way, even as somebody who has done and probably will do party drugs in the future, I do feel a way that we is on the TV promoting people popping mollies in order to have a good time down to the pool party. Nevertheless, y'all swallowed them. I don't swallowed it before, so I'm going to continue rolling on with it. Rolling with the homies. Miss Jan been paying off. Okay, so they popped the molly, but they ain't sweating. Because they popped the molly, but they ain't sweating. Popped the molly, but they ain't sweating. Because they down to the pool party. Then Nathan started rubbing on Issa's thighs and stuff and all this kind of stuff. And it made her feel good all between her legs and in her butt. Okay? And for those who have never done molly or ecstasy or any other form of MDNA, yes, it does make you feel good. Child, my cousin told me one time her homegirls, but when they was pre-gaming, they popped my ecstasy. She said they ain't even gay. All of them would just get in the shower and sit down and let the cold water run all over them and just make them so sensitive to the touch, honey. Yes, God, I remember them days, but I don't do that no more. It was cute or whatever. Then here come Molly sitting up at the bar crying, talking about the last time she had sex, it was with this person and the other person, her ex this, but he married. When the black boy hauled ass from her ass, that shit was so damn funny. Then the Asian boy sat down and Molly talking about, you the Asian one, ain't you? And he was looking like, what in the entire fuck? I loved it. It was funny. And you know, while I'm sitting here talking bullshit about Issa promoting folks doing drugs on TV, at least she captured the essence of what the experience is like when you have multiple friends popping drugs and having different reactions when they on that liquor down to the party. Good thing she wasn't on that brown liquor, because if she was, baby, she'd have been tootsie rolling all over that goddamn bar with no panties on, letting them all slide through, because that shit'll do it to you. Don't ask me how I know. So then they get down to the Coachella. Okay, they get down to the Coachella having a good time. Is it me or Coachella look like it stink? Coachella look like it smell like damn PE. Okay, a lot of underarms and fucking panty liners. That's what the fuck Coachella smell like. Especially, I'm sorry, y'all can call me racist, y'all can call me stereotypical, you can call me whatever the fuck you want to call me, but especially when you got a whole bunch of goddamn white people outside, I know that shit smell like barnyard animal. I know it smell like George Orwell's Animal Farm. I know it did. Catch that reference from my literary scholars out there. Nevertheless, honey, they was out there to the barnyard. Issa and Nathan had walked off, honey, not knowing that he was about to get a little piece of nookie. And Kelly and the other boy had done walked off, but they had told Molly to do what? They said, Molly, on Molly, save the spot, Molly, please, and don't let us be in danger. Girl, Molly had done took off her expensive ass jacket and laid it down to the ground. Bitch, that shit was funny. If Karate Kid was not there to save Molly, Molly ass was gonna lay down there. Molly was gonna lay down on Molly and wake up ghost. Molly, girl, you was almost in danger, because you could have laid down on that float to the Coachella and got trampled on by crazy drunk ass white people. You could have died, bitch. Okay, like this and not like this. But it was funny as hell. I loved it. I loved the trip that Molly was on at Coachella. Moving along, Issa and her awkward self, she started tripping. They get along. She was like, basically, hey, why you didn't call me? Ladies, fellas, don't ever do that. Don't do that whole why you don't call me thing, like you were looking thirsty. And Nathan gave the right response, which was, you know, I didn't want to look too pressed. And the thing about it is, nobody wants to look too pressed. And unfortunately, in dating, there's this tug of war of energies. Men and women both do it. The women don't want to look thirsty because the man loses interest. He know he can hit that and quit that. And the man don't want to look thirsty because he don't want you to lose interest. So I think that the way that this happened, I think it happened the way it's supposed to happen. Like, yeah, I'm really feeling you, you really feeling me. And there's a build up. We both can't wait to see each other again. But it'll happen naturally. Or it'll happen when one of us gets so tired of missing the other that we reach out. And that's exactly what it did. You know, I call it like ping pong organic, if that makes any damn sense. So they get to the Ferris wheel. And they get on the Ferris wheel. And Issa pulled her panties to the side and let him slide through. And, you know, a vulgar alert. But when he was sitting back like this with his shirt open and them abs and that little chest, like, I just wanted to get on my knees and suck Nathan dick. And that's just real talk. And I don't even do that because I'm classy based. That's really what I wanted to happen, because he was already in position. You know what I'm saying? But she kissed him and pulled her panties to the side and let him slide through and skeet through and every damn thing else. I just hope he didn't skeet no syphilis in her uterus. But we'll find that out on the next episode. He really pulled her panties to the side and slid through. Like, I am so glad this show is on HBO, because it captures the real essence of human interactions. And we would have never seen that on like one of the like pay for cable channels, like I don't know, like BET or VH1 or A&E or some shit like that. That was good. So then, honey, Kelly, you know, Kelly is that one homegirl you can't take nowhere. She started that fight with that white girl over that damn spot. Hold on, y'all. She started to fight with the damn white girl. I feel like I had something on my mouth, that peanut butter sandwich. She started that fight with that white girl, done pulled that white girl down off that man's shoulders. Now you already know, Kelly, that is an assault charge. You know how whitefish roll. They will start all kind of shit with you. They will play the victim, have the whole crowd support them, call the police and have you locked up. And I don't know what part of California Coachella is in. Coachella, California, I guess. But it don't look like that you're going to get out of jail quick if you go to jail in Coachella, California. If that's a place, don't laugh at me, baby. Geography was not my strong suit. And I'm from Florida, not California. Nevertheless, Kelly pulled that girl down, and they started fighting. That shit was hilarious. And poor pregnant Tiffany, all she could do was bless their ass with that damn water bottle. It was hilarious. So after Issa keep getting her pussy, got through finished getting her pussy pushed and pumped in that damn unsanitary ass stairwell, she got to climb off the dick with a leaking puss to a phone call that, girl, we getting put out the damn Coachella because Kelly can't control her liquor or her drugs, and they down here fighting. And why am I holding this to my ear, Nessa, like you was actually on the other end and not right here? I must have popped the molly and now I'm sweating. Whoo! So then they get to the front of Coachella. Now everybody mad because this is the moment we all been waiting for. And now I hear Beyonce. And Kelly dumbass decides that she is going to make a run for it. And he tased Kelly like a barnyard animal. And she peed all between her legs and in her butt. Y'all, that shit was funny as fuck. And Kelly looked like she peed a lot. So you know that car ride was stank. And they was drinking liquor and all that gummy bears and Molly, all them minerals and MDMA was in her pee-pee. You know that car ride was stank as fuck, okay? Lord have mercy, Jesus, that shit was funny. Issa gets home, she don't let Nathan in, and she walks in. Kelly in the corner of the sofa in defensive stance like she about to shoot somebody. Molly is down there typing on that computer so motherfucking hard, I thought that smoke was gonna come up out that shit and it was gonna pop like a firecracker. And Tiffany is in the damn closet crying. But I'm telling y'all, that ain't the part where I fell out at. I fell out when Issa picked up the computer and was like, okay, I don't know what this is, but I know it's wrong. Bitch, I holler. And Molly was just going. Tiffany in the closet crying. The whole thing was crazy as hell. But I'm going to tell y'all something. For those of you guys who went away to college, did undergrad, that was a college moment. Like when you and your friends, y'all get drunk and after homecoming or smoke out or something or pop something you ain't had no business popping for the first time and all y'all in there drunk together. That really was one of those good college moments. I don't know, at 35 years old now, do me and my friends still have moments like that? I mean, we have moments when we go out of town and we get super duper drunk and one person throw up and we end up having to take care of that person, or one person show their ass in public and we laugh. But moments like that, that just took me back to undergrad and it made me smile because I've got countless stories like that of me and my friends. Back when I was at Florida State University getting my undergrad degree in economics, and let me remind you guys that while I was at Florida State University, it was ranked the #1 party school. So yeah, a bitch done got it in. They wake up the next day and all they can do is laugh. And Kelly talking about she thinks she got tased, and why does she smell piss? Because it's radiating from your puss, sis, and you did get tased. Now things got real when Tiffany was walking around and she was a little sad and she wanted some water, and Issa said, I'll drive her to the store. And she was like, you know, is everything okay? And, you know, Tiff launched into this whole, you know, we had a great time. I'm trying to turn up with y'all, but things are about to change. Like, I'm about to be a mom. I'm not going to be able to turn up anymore. And Issa was trying to persuade her in a moment that things will be great and they'll be fine and the dynamics of their group will be the same. And the answer is no, it will not. From the moment she said she was pregnant, the dynamics of that group had forever changed. So I'm 35. I'm the resident single kid of my college crew. And I want to tell y'all something, like across the last 8 years, every time a friend of mine told me that they were pregnant or having a baby, I would always say congratulations, because that's what you're supposed to say. But somewhere along the way, I would really be mourning on the inside, because I'm like, you know what, this friendship is never going to be the same again. It's never. And honestly and truthfully, for me, that's held true. Once your friends have babies, as the single person, you know, you feel bad. I don't call their houses as late. When they get married and have a kid, I don't call their houses as late anymore. I don't call them to hang out anymore, because the old hangout routine was, hey, what you doing? Nothing, man. You want to go out for drinks? Yeah, I'll be right there about an hour. You know, now it's all this pre-planning. I got to get a babysitter. And then when they call me to hang out, now it's like, hey, you know, me and Steve thinking about doing something next week, Thursday at 9. Are you free? I'm like, bitch, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing tomorrow, yet alone next week, Thursday at 9. And so then they ended up forging friendships with other people whose lives are fundamentally in the same place theirs is, marriage with kids, who move the same way. And so the single herd continues to move as the single herd. The married with kids herd starts to move as the married with kids herd. And there's a slight overlap with special events. Oh, this person's having a baby shower, this person's getting married, we're going back to homecoming. Then, you know, we might turn up, or it might be, okay, the only scheduled thing that we're going to do for me, it's my birthday. So the married people know to take off and make arrangements, and we all hang. But the dynamics do change. So Issa was lying and Tiffany was telling the truth. And then the moment we're all waiting for, Issa runs into Lawrence's homeboy inside 7-Eleven. And then Lawrence brings his boyishly cute self around the corner and sees Issa. Lawrence and Issa forever. So listen, I am glad to see Mr. J. Ellis. For one, I just didn't want a black man to be out of a job. Number two, he was very instrumental to this show. And number three, I want to see the dynamics between him, the friend groups, the girlfriends, you know, and him and Issa running to each other in public settings. What I don't want a Fitz and Olivia love affair. I don't want no up and down, going back and forth to Lawrence. I mean, she can go back and fuck him a couple times, but I just don't want no up and down, taxing, exhausting ass. You know, are we gonna get back together? Are we not gonna get back together? We're together? Oh, we fucking and hanging, but we have no title. I'm just not interested, me personally, and I'm not interested in the Issa being confused between Lawrence and Daniel. I ain't interested in all that, but we are glad to see Lawrence back. I know y'all are too. Drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this hilarious episode of Insecure. Be sure to like and subscribe, and that's a girl, I'll call you later. Bye.